Brother Isaac, Brother Biamenari, Umu Chineke, Ọlụ ọma anyị, ma obiọma anyị, ma eziokwu nke anyị kwuru n'ụwa ga-ekwuru anyị mgbe anyị amaghị nso. Ndị Igbo siri na ezi aha ka ego, ka onye si eme ka ego si akpọ ya. Ekwenyere m n'okwu ndị a kwesịrị ike, maka na ka onye na-eme obekwa ama. Jizọs Kraịst ọkpara Chineke ma mba ezi omume na ezi aha, o wee jụọ ndị na-eso ụzọ ya sị, gịnị ka ndị mmadụ ji ama atụ? Onye ka ha sịrị na mbụ? Gụọ ya na Matiu 16:13. Onye ka ndị mmadụ na-asị na ebe? Gịnị ka eji ama atụ? Ana m ekwu ndị ahụ maara gị nke ọma, ọ bụghị ndị a na-ekweghị ka ezi ihe ga-esi na Nazaret pụta, ndị chere na ezi ihe ọ bụla kwesịrị ịchọta ha n'aka, ndị ama akpọgbu osisi na-amị mkpụrụ, ndị nkwutọ, ọ bụghị ndị mmiri. Ana m ekwu ndị a maara gị nke ọma, na-ekwughị site n'ekwuru ma ọ bụ anyaukwu. Ofu ugboro ka e mere ka mmadụ nwụọ n'ụwa, ma nke ahụ gasịa ikpe esi ya. Ikpe esi ya site na ya ga-ebi ibi. Gịnị ka eji ama atụ? Onye ka ha na-asị na ebe? Gịnị ka eji echeta gị ma emesịa? Ọ bụ Chineke nara ekele n'ihi mere ka onye arụrụ ala anyị efu, ka ọ bụ mgbe e jikọtara gị anya mmiri ata? Kemgbe ọ pụrụ n'ala anyị anyị zuru ike. Onye ịma nke sim anaghị ekwe mmadụ ṅụọ mmiri kọba iko. Gịnị ka eji ama atụ? Site n'ebe ị na-azụ ahịa maọbụ ebe ị na-arụ ọrụ, onye ka ha na-asị na ebe? Gịnị ka eji ama atụ? Ọ bụ onye anya ukwu nke ochie ahụ, onye okwu na ụka ahụ? Gịnị ka eji echeta gị? Site n'obodo nke aka gị, a na-asị na ịbụ onye? Gịnị ka eji ama atụ? Ịmaghị onye oke chọọchị ahụ, ezigbo echegharị ka ọ bụ, ka a na-ahụta gị dịka onye ekwesịghị ntụkwasị obi. Oge ebido na ndị gị na ha na-ekpere Chineke, onye ka ha sịrị na akpọrọ gị onye nsọ, ka ọ bụ onye iru abụọ, ka ọ bụ onye chọọchị enweghị nchegharị? Jizọs jụrụ ndị esi ụzọ ya sị, onye ka ha sịrị na mbụ? Onye ka ha ji ama atụ? Ụfọdụ zụta ya sị, ụfọdụ sịrị Elaịja, ụfọdụ John the Baptist, ndị ọzọ Jeremaya. Unu ga-echeta Elaịja na ndị amụma Baal. Unu ma John the Baptist, onye ozi ma ihe ọ bịara, onye atụrụ egwu mmadụ ọbụla nke tụrụ ibu n'anya anụ ahụ. Unu makwara nke ọma iji jee Herọd na Herodayas, marakwa Jeremaya onye chi nwanne ya. N'ikpeazụ, o wee chọkwa ndị na-eso ụzọ ya sị, unu onwe unu, onye ka unu na-asị na mbụ? Pita sị ya, gị onwe gị bụ Kraịst ahụ, ọkpara Chineke dị ndụ. Mụ na gị, onye ka ndị amaara anyị nke ọma na-asị na anyị? Gịnị ka eji ama atụ anyị? Nye anyị ezi omume na ọrụ ọma anyị na-anọchi anyị mgbe anyị anọghị nso. Onye ka ha na-asị na ebe? Oke ajụjụ. Ka ị na-asa ajụjụ ọka na-asị m, ka ọ dị. Onye afọ na-asa asịrị ya bụrụ na ya na-apụ, mana ya na-abịakwa ọzọ.
are welcome once again to Ima Biafra TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Ima Carlo. I greet you on my personal behalf, and I greet you on the behalf of the Lord, the owner, the creator, and the Messiah, the Redeemer of the whole universe, Jesus the Christ. And I say to you a special good evening from my best. The time from here is 7:38 p.m. today, being Monday, the 4th of this month of July 2022. And as you can see, I don't know if you notice it, I am streaming from Facebook Lite. From Facebook Lite, I tried to go through my main Facebook page. It couldn't give me the option to go live. And at the same time, I have a blockade regarding my StreamYard avenue from where I used to stream always, and via YouTube. And this time around, I am trying to be connecting both the YouTube and Facebook via StreamYard. And in a very short while, I will try to do so. And this is my first time of using this Facebook Lite. It is just about ensuring that I make this video, and also to be turning the cameras front and the back for better analysis and for better understanding. So I have come up with this topic. As you can see, this is part 8 of identifying and dealing with the thieves in IPOB. This is a topic I have begun long ago, and I resumed on it. I think that was Saturday that I resumed on it. So in the same vein, I have recorded this video. This video made by Prince Darlington, Mazokwaleze Chukwubikem, aka Prince Darlington, Osoje, Mazi Osoje, according to him, Nanare J. Ije Ifere. So I want to stream from this video right away. I want to stream from it right away. And it is about diving into this particular video to analyze it with my own narratives, and pointing out some factors that our people should think about and have better understanding about it. And it is all about thievery, that is stealing, and most especially financial fraud going on in IPOB. And according to Kevin Idrisi said, "Now for me." Now for me, well, I don't know his intention to say so. But my own purpose of making this video is to keep on progressing the policing, the internal policing in IPOB, and aiming at ensuring that we continue to identify the bad eggs among us and doing away with them completely, because the bad eggs among us are more dangerous than the external enemies. I can categorically assure you for that. Many people will not understand it. When I began this policing work for over 2 years, many people could not understand me, but today it has become a dominant program in all of the platforms in which anything concerning Biafra, either in favor of Biafra or against Biafra, is broadcasted. This has become a dominant program. This policing has become a dominant program. It is because God has given me the 7 eyes to see before others, to see things completely and to begin about it. So it is progressive anyway. So I will be playing that video without wasting time. And from here, there will be more affirmation, as you can see from the subtitle, Nnennaya Anya, Kanunta Kanu, lead financial fraud, the lead stealing in IPOB. That is the sub-caption. Also, it is a more confirmation about the reality of financial fraud in IPOB. You know, when I began to say that there is ongoing financial fraud that is being neglected, and many people are into that financial fraud, right inside IPOB, and as a result, the IPOB will be sabotaged if time is not taken and if nothing is done against it. And today it is manifesting. It is only the self-deceiver, those who lie to themselves, that can claim that everything is all right. Everything is not actually all right, but the real thing we should do is to begin to put things aright once again. It is our responsibility to be putting things aright and to protect the things we have put aright. We cannot just continue to live in illusion and living in denial to claim that everything is all right when everything is not actually all right. It is a self-delusive lifestyle, and we Biafrans have gone beyond that. So we can't continue that way. More so, nobody among us is above the law. Nobody among us is above the law, and the IPOB is not an individual property to anybody. But this does not imply that there is no hierarchy and there is no respect for leadership. No, that is not what I mean to say. What I mean to say is that IPOB is bigger than any individual or any clique, because IPOB is a property to the entirety of the Biafrans. And nobody is above the law. I mean is that when people continue to offend in one way or the other, according to IPOB rules, if we can no longer condone them, then they should be expelled from the IPOB structure. And that is the right thing to do. And the expulsion should not be on injustice, it shall be on justice, and nobody should be exempt. Nobody should no sentiment, no nepotism, no hypocrisy in expelling some people from IPOB when they offend against the IPOB code of conduct, structure, and authority, and refusing to retrace their steps. Rather, they continue in their evil activities. As such, should be expelled, no matter who. And we should not continue to play the game of favoritism to anybody. No godfatherism, no godfatherism, no godmotherism in IPOB. No permission for cabal, no permission for any clique operating and manipulating regarding the Biafra struggle. So I will begin to play the video immediately, and I will begin to analyze. The video is 3 hours 29 minutes, but I will share it into 2. So while I'll be playing, if I play it half, then I will stop. I will play it half, and while I will be targeting to analyze, then I will make another part, which should be part 9 of this topic, where I will play the rest of this particular video.
This morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending on your location, I say welcome to this program. I remain your brother Master Baleze Chukwubikem. This is new fair. Nana Biafra. The Malaysia Wakazo India. Akambokomanu Nwoke, Maasio Sochi, Adimeti Ferre. If you are just watching me from any part of location, your location, kindly share this program. Makasin Biafra Kanunta. Biafrans listen. Kanunta. Time ago, I've been telling you guys to follow who no road, follow who no road, follow who no road. It was trending, follow who no road. At the time, a lot happened. But on this platform, I see the called Biafra Television, which Martin Nnennaya Anya himself sanctioned. Martin Nnennaya Anya approved this platform. Martin Nnennaya Anya knew 100% that this platform exists. Martin Nnennaya Anya know 100% that this platform is doing wonderful job in support of this movement. And is propagating. Therefore, if you're just joining us, I want you to know that you are live and direct on Asile Hot Biafra TV. This morning, this afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. And my topic is Kanunta Kanu. On this today program, I'm going to touch a whole lot of things, branches of issues that were dumped somewhere, and we are dumped somewhere. They are degenerating into something else and causing a whole lot of havoc in the struggle. I'm going to beat them. I'm going to touch them. That is why you need to share this program. Invite all the enemies of THIEVES. Invite all the enemies of Nnennaya Anya. Invite all the enemies of Mazi from A to Z. Let all of them come here and listen. Before I go on, I want to salute all the media warriors, all the recharge card media warriors, as they call us. They call us recharge card media warriors, but it is a loss
younger brother to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
These same recharge media warriors propagated the issue of Biafra to the highest point where nobody, our brothers from the riverine area, still acknowledge themselves as South, Niger Delta nonsense. In case you don't know the work of this Biafra media, the recharge warrior, I want to touch it one after the other, that your eye may open, that you may understand how mighty these media recharge warriors are. If you have not shared this program, then you are against this program, you are against this movement, you are against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and I want you to listen. These same recharge media warriors make sure that every broadcast of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu goes to everywhere it's supposed to go. Oh my goodness me. I can't forget how many thousand times I have shared Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's program when he was live. This same Biafra media warrior, the recharge media warrior, as they call us, make sure that the voice of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is re-echoed to the end of this planet Earth. If not for these Biafra media warriors, recharge warriors, if not for them, believe you me, on the social media you will be nowhere to be found. It is the same these Biafra media warriors that always fight against any evil move. Once the information, the intel gets to the Biafra media warriors, we take it upon ourselves, bring it to the social media, and deal with it mercilessly, that the enemies will begin to retreat. There was a time that they wanted to move Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out of Kuje prison. When he was there, we had a rumor. It is the same these Biafra media warriors. Maybe some of you that came new, that have not joined this media warrior then, will not understand all this I'm saying. But the old boys in the struggle knows all I'm saying. Even the person that gave us this name knew 100% that he was nowhere to be found at that point in time. The person that called us the classical media warrior was not speaking, was not doing anything as at the time that we are taking every of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's program, pushing it everywhere that make Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's, that make the Biafra brokers, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu brokers to be number one in the world. The reason why IPOB media warriors, that they call the classical warriors, is the best. Is what I'm just telling you, because we made Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's brokers to go more than viral. That once Mazen Nnamdi Kanu mounted on that podium, sit behind that camera, sit behind that microphone, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu used to have over 50 million listeners. Are you listening to me? Over 50 million. If you go to the social media, calculate how many million people watch, listening. If you go to Radio Biafra, calculate how many people watch it, listen. If you go to our satellite and calculate how many million people listen, go to FM. It is the same media warrior that made it possible. This media warrior have made sure that nobody, be a Biafran that is ill, that is not reported before the war. That is why 2 days ago, I was asking questions. United Nations Charter. Does it mean that the right of indigenous people is no longer protected in the United Nations Charter? If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not properly taken care of in the prison where he was there, these same Biafra media warriors, and they call it card warriors, are the people that take it upon themselves, and our writers, we are doing great, which I am one of them. Before this man that is calling this great Biafra media warriors his name, adding the card to it, does he Biafra media warriors is the reason why our land is protected today. In case you don't know, because before we came, the way they killed us, the way they report our case, the way they report everything happening to us was against us. They will kill us, they will give the report against us. Sometimes they will kill 200 people, they will say it is only 10 people that have crashed with the Fulani history in our bushes. Do you know what we do? We go to that community and pick the pictorial evidences, take videos if possible, bring it out, show it to the whole world. Say, Facebook, allow us. This is what is happening. It is not 10 people that had clash. It was 200 or 300 people that were killed. We brought it out. What happened in also in Enugu State? It is the same this Biafra media warrior that brought it and they scattered it everywhere. Even in Akatsu, when they were massacring people in Akatsu, it is the same this Biafra media warrior that picked all the Victoria evidences, the dead body of all those people that were killed. We push it out to the world. This is this Biafra media warrior. When they came out during the Trump release, it is the same this media warrior that they call the church card that pitched every video, every picture, posting it everywhere. When the massacre was in 2016, it is the same this media warrior that brought every evidence that pushed a whole lot of international communities to begin to look into this case. Whenever Nnennaya Anya declares it to go in Biafra land, it is the same this media warrior that propagates the issue and take it to the highest level, take it to every community. That is why last time when I was speaking to you guys, I told you on Ukenga's platform, I said, listen, every Biafran that is fighting to defend this struggle, every Biafran that is broadcasting both on Radio Biafra, on Biafra television, or on their personal Facebook accounts, and those who are sharing, we are all Biafra media warriors. In case we are thinking that the people that are calling Biafra media, they are calling Biafra warriors, Biafra child, and all of us. You think we are the people that, no, you are involved. You that is fighting right now is one of them. But little the person that made us knew that he was shooting himself on his leg. I decided to come and give a critical analysis. That is why my topic is Kanunta. I've come in peace, but I'm very, very prepared for war. Whenever they lie against IPOB, one will thank us anything. It is the same this Biafra media warrior that is fighting it down. Oh my goodness me. That is why Nnennaya Anya could not sleep one night. I was awake. He was awake too. I asked him, my leader, I used to call him my little hero. I said, my little hero, why are you awake at this time, at this point in time? We are going to broadcast early morning. He told me, say, listen, Darlington, I'm not going to sleep until Biafra is restored. He said he's not going to sleep. Then he asked me, why are you not sleeping? Martin was asking me. This discussion was done by midnight, 3 a.m. He broadcasted in the night. He was going to broadcast in the morning. And he was not yet asleep. He was still online working. And I asked him, he said, I said, why are you not sleeping? I told him, before the chief does not rest until whatever is doing is finished. If you doubt me now, put something in your mouth now. If you doubt me, go and get chewing gum or fish or meat, put it into your mouth. Your chief cannot rest until that thing that is doing is done. Once you are done doing it, either you swallow it or you pour it out, but the chief must not rest until you are not at that. So Mazi told me, I shouldn't worry, since I am not sleeping too. But we must continue. The next morning, Mazi came on board and acknowledged all the Biafra media warriors. Oh my goodness me. The first time he acknowledged Biafra media warriors, Biafra media warriors. That the brother called recharge card media warriors. Nnennaya Anya made this statement, and I want to remind each and every one of you. Nnennaya Anya said that these people are whom you shall listen to. And Nnennaya Anya made something very clear. He said, if there is any way you can support these people who are doing great, propagating this issue of Biafra restoration, any way you can render your support to them, do. Mass said it on that particular broadcast. He made mention of that. After that mass broadcast, Mass was the first person, I repeat, that came online and shared money. I bought card of 10,000 naira, my own money. I shared to Biafra. It is recorded there after Nnennaya Anya broadcast. The next day, I bought card, I shared. Because sometimes people will ask me, Mazi, we want to be sharing our leaders' broadcast, but I don't have card. Please, can you send me card? I want you to see the impact of the research card that they are attacking us. I want you to see the impact of those people that we have shared card to, that have been spreading this news, making sure that nobody can penetrate into our media defense. I bought card 10,000 naira with my money. I shared Biafrans. I lead by example. After that day, the next day, somebody called me and said, "Oh, I like what you did. I will give you 20,000 naira card. 20,000 naira to buy card and share." That is how it all started. Then people begin to send me card. And when people send me card, I will announce how much they give me. I will share it. When people give me card, I will announce how much they give me. I will share it. Then, at that point in time, Mazi told me, "You are doing good. I like what you are doing. Continue." Because I motivate you not only with word, I support you with card. At least if Mazi want to broadcast, if I share it and you don't have card to share it, there's no how. If you don't have paper to share it, there's no how that message would have gotten to the next person. So when I share, the next person that's supposed to share doesn't have the chat card, and I provide for him or her, and the person share. The person that is close to her or him will get the same message and share. This is how we went viral, and the reportage of BBC says that we have taken over the media warrior, the media space, social media space. And some of you do not understand how it all started. I started it. Sharing card on this in this movement. I started it. I'm not talking about people who send card to people inbox without making it public. I made it public on my platform. If you want to give credit to whoever that brought the issue of sharing card in this struggle, bring it to me. Because I initiated it. And I had good intention for doing that. Because what my intention then was that Mazi's program must go viral. Mazi's program must go everywhere. And we have hundreds and thousands and millions of students who always complain of not having data to share Mazi's program. Thousands of them are out there. Mazi, I want to share a program, but I don't have card. I want to share Nnennaya Anya's program, I don't have card. I want to write an article, I don't have card. It gets to me at the point that I said, no, I started with my own money, and people start to come. But Biafrans, they use the same card that I was sharing to mock me so many times. They use the same card that they are calling us the media warrior research card today. So many of my colleagues use it to mock me, to say that they are giving me a recharge card to broadcast. Without data, I cannot broadcast. Those that live abroad knows how it works. Those people of you abroad know that if you pay for 1 month, it's called contract. Anything you want, how many hours you want to sleep on the internet from morning to night, play game, do everything. At the end of the month, you pay again. Whether you use it, whether you don't use it, at the end of the month, your contract is terminated until you renew it again. But here, we that are here in this country, it's not like that. For you to broadcast, you have to, I repeat, You have to buy data, pay as you go. Do you know that 1 month subscription of 1,000 naira it goes for 3 days? Only 3 days. 1 month subscription in Nigeria here, 1,000 naira. If I use it to broadcast once, then upload some videos and pictures the next day, before the 10th day, it's gone. So I want to use it to build a preamble so that you people understand where this issue of the tax card came. It was of good intention to push the struggle forward, to spread the message, and it worked. Because at the time, everybody, that if you use Facebook, you say, you on Twitter, you on TikTok, everywhere we took over everywhere, because the tax card was circulating among all the people that needed it. At the time, there was an old woman whose son contacted me and said, bro, my old age mother is living because listening to Nnennaya Anya. She's having BP, but whenever I listen to Mazi, her mind used to calm down. So she used to be very happy. But today's program that Mazi is going to broadcast, I don't have card because I used to put card on the phone and play Mazi's program for her to listen. Please, can I get a card? I sent him card. And after that program, the guy called me, he said, thank you, may God bless you. After 2 weeks, the guy sent me a card of 5,000, 6 other people. I like what you're doing. This is the initiative. This is the ideology. I know that some people have come to listen to gossip. I'm not gossiping here. Everything I'm giving to you here is the gospel. So later they begin to say, hey, now research card this. People who live abroad who only pay for 1 month and use up their subscription for the throughout 1 month, begin to talk about we that are on the ground that pay as we go. Once you load a card of 1,000 naira in Nigeria here, use it 2 days, 3 days, the 4th day, it is gone. How much more we that is broadcasting and we are carrying a very big megabyte. Now that is by the way. So for me, I did not see it as any attack, but I saw it as a motivational way to say, this is that card you are collecting. Okay, you are collecting it because you want to talk, or you want to blackmail people, or you want to do this. But at the end of the day, everything that has been said in those recharge cards that people are sending to us work in the positive side, not in the negative. And that is why I've come to begin to tell you people the reason why this man called us recharge card is because he lacked common sense of reasoning. Because if he has common sense, he would have known that these people he's calling the church card media warriors are also the people that are defending his struggle, defending his senior brother, defending the structure, fighting for the restoration of Biafra, and the even Nigerian medias that have billions could not stand them. His friend did not tell him that. His friend did not tell him that the people you are insulting are actually doing the right thing. They are the reason why the struggle is still like this, intact. During the time of Ikechukwu Enyago, it is some these media warriors that fought and preserved Nnennaya Kanu's are speaking. I mean all of you that are commenting. I mean all of you that are sharing. I mean all of you that are blogging. I mean all of you. As long as you are genuinely fighting under the leadership of Master Nnennaya Kanu, making sure that every message you are pushing out is going to the right directions. You are a media warrior. So I salute each and every one of you. I say kudos to all of you. The reason why I'm bringing it out one after the other is for you to understand that we as the media warriors, if we are not doing great with this Richard card, as they tag us Richard card media warrior, BBC will not bow to pressure. Are you aware that BBC bows to pressure? When they pick up names of people, put it together, circulating it, saying this person is broadcasting from this, is doing this, is doing that, they are the people causing problem, they are sending false information. It's lie. It is because they have tried all they could to stop us. Don't you forget that when Nigerian government bought over Satellite, the satellite that carries Radio Biafra signal in the orbit, when they bought it $50 million, they removed Radio Biafra on that particular satellite, They removed it. But before, within 24 hours, Radio Biafra came back again. But as they removed it, it is these media warriors that went on rampage. We took over Facebook to tell the whole world what is happening. When they say they have shut down Radio Biafra, they have jammed Radio Biafra, this is the same media world because you cannot stop them. How many can you stop? Billions of us across the globe. You see our strength. Our strength is that we are numerous. We are all over the world. If you stop those that are in Nigeria not to talk, you cannot stop those that are in Ghana not to talk. If you stop those that are in Ghana not to talk, you cannot stop those that are in Cameroon not to talk. If you stop those in Cameroon not to talk, you can't stop those that are in Guinea, South Africa, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Malaysia, Indonesia, and America. You cannot. You know it. That is the strength of the media warrior that they are calling the Shascard media warriors. Kanunta was thinking that he want to make mockery of those that are fighting genuinely for the release of his own brother, which is our own leader. Kanunta didn't know that he was shooting himself on his leg. Kanunta have been causing problem in this struggle, sending a whole lot of misinformation, tweeting all manner of nonsense, lying against
Biafrans. I want to speak a little. Biafrans and the world at large. All that Mazakwale Zechku became, aka Prince Arlington, have been saying all this while had been the preamble for the main stuff. And I decided to play the entirety of the information and for reasonable purposes. And it is about Kanunta Kanu, Nnennaya Anya. These particular people are the two emphases of this program, both from Prince Arlington and myself. What you will understand here is that Mazi Okpale Zechku Bikem had been narrating on the insult, because I am among those who have been insulted. Both those who send the recharge card, those who use the recharge card, and all of us who are in the media, because all of us, we use data to broadcast. No matter how, even here in Europe, yes, we use Wi-Fi, and that Wi-Fi is not free. We pay for it. For example, the lowest of Wi-Fi anyone can get here in Spain is the one of 29 euros or 30 euros. 30 euros is equivalent approximately 18,000 naira. 18,000 naira in a monthly basis for that Wi-Fi. Whether you use it or not, you must pay for it. So it is not just easy. And that Wi-Fi apart, we recharge our own phones for other things. So in a month, if I spend less, I spend 50 euros regarding about maintaining my phone functions. 50 euros, which is equivalent to 30,000 naira. So it has not been easy. But we are doing all these things because of what is at stake. Because we cannot just afford to lose our freedom completely. And it is about also Kanu and Nnennaya Anya's selfishness, disrespect and disregard to all of us who have been doing this great work, because an insult to any person in the media and without justifiable reason is an insult to all of we, the media warriors of IPOB, irrespective of where we belong at the moment. So far, we are fighting the struggle with genuine motives. I know that some things have gone wrong between us, but that should not define regard for respect and the appreciation for the good works people have been doing. And after all of us have done much more greater work than Kanunta Kanu himself. Kanunta Kanu is not a broadcaster. What kind of broadcast has he been making? Nnennaya Anya is not a broadcaster. These are the people who come online once in a while to just say something and they go back. We are the people fighting the battle, and even Kanunta Kanu had been working freely in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Can you imagine when that is when a staunch IPOB broadcaster goes to Nigeria? Can the person work freely, just like myself and many others? This is where we have come to see ourselves, the condition we have seen ourselves into. Even though President Linton is in Biafra land, he doesn't just work freely. He is very, very security conscious. Even as I speak, I don't know exactly where he is, and it doesn't interest me to know. It doesn't interest me to know. And he is doing that great work and the championing this recharge card issue, and has been very consistent and faithful to sharing those cards without using the money. Many people would have used the money for their selfish interest, and while they will be sabotaging the broadcasting, the broadcasting effect, but he has been doing it very, very faithfully. So he is worth being appreciated, irrespective of whatever. You know, my own is when people do anything good, I appreciate their goodness and I give them accolade for that. But when people go wrong, I also come to talk about their wrongdoing. That is the system to building any structure, any union, any family, any church, anything you have to do with humanity. You must always condemn the evil and promote the good. Condemn the evil ones for their evil act, then promote the good ones for their good act. That is the way to building anything, a nation, whatever it is. Because when we keep condoning evil, the evil we condone will be our greatest disaster. This is what I've been saying for years. Many people could not understand me, but now they are beginning to understand. So I am very, very disappointed in Kanunta Kanu. Kanunta Kanu is a very disrespectful individual. Himself and Nnennaya Anya, they are very, very disrespectful to having said that. And Iken Gurago has said it. For one of many people witness, it is true. Darlington did not just jump out and come into the media and began to rant. So these people actually insulted the IPOB media warriors as a whole, and most especially all of the people broadcasting for the Biafra restoration with genuine motive. They have insulted us, they have disrespected us. So even though they have not bought any recharge card for me, but I am part of those sharing from that insult. And it is an expression of Kanunta Kanu and the Nnennaya Anya's ungratefulness toward the Biafra media warriors. This has to do with Chineke writers. All those people, they use phone to write whatever they write, and those phones consume data. So he is talking about the whole of those people. Ungratefulness is a very, very, if not because of Nnamdi Kanu, many people will even quit from this Biafra struggle because of Kanunta Kanu, I categorically tell you. So his actions, his comment is what being condemned. And that is the reason I will not blame Mazi Obalezechukwu became for exposing their evil, because this evil should have been exposed. I have recorded this video before. I just keep it for permanent keep as a full keep, so that anytime I want it, I will go there and be extracting information to be developing other videos. So exposing them their financial fraud is what I have expected Mazi Obalezechukwu became to do long ago. And most especially as soon as Mazi Nnennaya Anya was extraordinarily rendited. If anybody can contact him, there was a time I reached out to him asking him that I would like to work with him for the brokers, for us to work together regarding the Mazi Nnennaya Anya extraordinary rendition, what has been happening, and the way forward, how can we work together. I contacted him, but he never permitted me that that demand. He knows his reason. He knows the reason, and my own reason of demanding that is that I know quite well that he has more information as far as this Biafra struggle is concerned. This is one of the people that have some top secrets and have known what has happened that most of us do not know. But he decided not to work with me. I said, okay, it's still okay. Because if this information had come out much earlier, like 6 months back or 8 months or 10 months back, we would have begun at that point in time to be holding Nnennaya Anya and the Kanunta Kanu responsible with assurance of their evil deeds. However, I begin to work on this information from this particular time. It has been available online. So that is, I just allow it to play so that you hear the reasons, what has happened, and how the media warriors have been fighting. And in the end, we being rewarded by Nnennaya Anya and the Kanunta Kanu with insult, with humiliation, with intimidation, with ungratefulness, without regard for respect. That is what they have just expressed. And in essence, they forgot they have been responsible for destroying IPOB. All this while without people's consciousness. And as a matter of fact, they have provoked Mazi Darlington, Mazi Obalezechukwu became, they have provoked him to come up to exposing their evil deeds in the past, which has been a tremendous wickedness and a great foundation of sabotage against the Biafra struggle.
Through his master prophet, he said, Lord, I'm going to touch there very soon. Lying against me. And today, I want to remind him something that he thought I never knew about, that I've been keeping. I'll remind him today. Since Kanunta is appearing in this struggle talking, the place Kanunta focus is on finance. Because the Mazi Nnennaya Anya made Kanunta the finance officer of IPOB, or to Nnennaya Anya.
No.
Everything Kanunta is talking about is finance. Anytime you see master prophets talking about me, calling my name, talking about that one they call personality, know you that they are preparing for something that they want to push outside. So what they are doing is they will throw stone to me. Why I am defending that stone or trying to dodge that stone, they will be throwing stone to the place that I don't want them to throw that stone. And I will be watching for people that have balls, like they can have balls.
Darlington, thank you for speaking out this hard truth. Yes, even as of today, some people from IPOB blame me for being in the position I am today. I was not expelled from IPOB, but I decided to leave IPOB for a moment. And this is the key factor. I decided to leave IPOB at the moment. This kind of issue have been happening. Though my own issue had not reached to the level of the DOS calling me to sanction me or for any reason. But within my unit, within the national level and the Europe level, I had experienced what he is saying. Where the truth is suppressed and people seeing evil progressing, financial fraud going on in the IPOB unit, national and the regional levels, and they will keep quiet. And you see your co-IPOB members supporting the financial fraudsters in IPOB and beginning to blame those like us who challenge them to question them for that. Because the implication is that as far as these people are interested in finance, they can never allow the Biafra agitation to progress. What we will achieve in 5 years, those who have selfish interest in the struggle will delay it from 5 years to 25 years or even 30 years. Because this kind of people value their selfish interest more than the freedom of all of the Biafrans. This is because they are parochially minded. These are self-centered people. And some of them are in the position of authorities in IPOB as in coordinators, both units, national, regional, Europe, and continental. Then coming to finance also. And you see that even some of the principal officers, when issue like this arise, some of them begin to hustle for their own interest, for their own share, what will be their share from the money. And rather than fighting the corruption because of the hindrances. So this kind of issue has been happening. And when you keep on speaking, you become a target to some people. Right inside IPOB, you become a target to some people. Even Mazi Obalezechukwu had made a broadcast in the past and they explain what I've just said happening in Biafra land, all over Biafra land, happening both in Onitsha, about the experience he has had. But I was so much occupied at that moment. I didn't broadcast with that particular broadcast, so and I can't remember the topic. But however, this one that I can broadcast now, let me just use it. This is to tell you how things can be going wrong, and the Kengu Urago endorsing the same issue, the same point, that he knows that for broadcasting and exposing the evil, the financial fraud, the thievery of Nnennaya Anya and the Kanunta Kanu, even the IPOB highest authority may sanction him. So, which means if what Ikenga and the Darlington are saying concerning Nnennaya Anya and the Kanunta Kanu is true, and the DOS or any hierarchy of IPOB sanction them, that implies that those who sanction them do not want to end the evil, and they do not want to deal with the thieves like Nnennaya Anya and the Kanunta Kanu. Rather, they want to deal with those who expose them the way I have been exposing them. And this is the key factor I decided to step aside at the moment from IPOB, so that I will say anything I want to say, but what I will not do is to lie against anybody. I will not lie against anybody, but I will continue to expose whom I choose to expose. And for the right purpose, say what I want to say, even without being accountable to the DOS, because at the moment I am not under their control. I don't mean to disrespect them, but I mean to stay aside and to keep doing the work. Later on, if I am absolutely wrong for doing so, then I will apologize at the due time. But as of now, I have not been wrong. I am still right until I realize that I have been wrong. That is when I will apologize. But if I am also right, some people will apologize to me, including those who have been frustrating my good works in IPOB and the good works of others. That is the reason I decided to leave my particular unit and join to form IPOB Truth Bearers, from where I function effectively. So, but this is my own, my private platform from where I am broadcasting. So I am personally responsible for everything that I have to say here.
That have been in this struggle, I want you to listen, Biafra. Extracting from this struggle, milking from this struggle. Yes, I said so. Kanunta, what if you get no? You can't do me anything. Ever will you for us? Do we carry off a man? They can move me away. Do we carry off a man? You can in it to me away. Do we carry off a man? He gets you in the saddle. Do we carry off a man? You can do Libya. And they was off a man. He didn't book him. I'm going to go to Martin and the Kanu. So much. I'm going to go Martin and the Kanu in every ramification of life. Not to talk about you. Because when you people begin to carry my name, gossiping, lying against me, I was laughing. Even you came to Kenya's platform and I was interviewing you, that I was not in the palace the day that Operation Python Dance came to that palace, because I was not killed. Because it wasn't my dead body. It's not everybody that came to that place or that was in that place that very day that you know or that you saw. How everybody disappear or maneuver to get out of the situation, you don't know. But you want the Kenya's platform to say that I was not there, that I was sacked out of the platform, out of the palace. Why was I sacked? Sacked for what? I was given a portfolio to handle, and my portfolio need to see me out of the palace to go and walk. The people in Enugu will bear me witness. The people in Imo will bear me witness. The people in Ibocha will bear me witness. The people in Anambra will bear me witness. The people in Delta will bear me witness. The people in Lagos will bear me witness. The people in Ogun State will bear me witness. The people in Kano, the people in Kaduna, the people in Nasarawa, the people in Abuja, IPOB family all over Biafra land and Nigeria in the station will bear me witness. That at that point in time, I was going out to do my work. After I will come back. Once I am done doing my own work, I will come back to the palace. And on that fateful day, I was there. Myself and the consul was there. We were there. How we escaped is not what I'm going to say here. But because Kanunta did not see my dead body on the ground, or because the master prophets did not count me among the people that were killed that very day, that is why they begin to lie to say that I was sacked. What did I do? What my local offense? Even what you call master prophet, even they come to this struggle. Because I don't want to call Abedaba Jews here. I am like a very big priest for him. So he needs to do everything he wanted to do to take me out of his way. They have lied against me so many times. Against Thomas Nnennaya Anya, to make Nnennaya Anya hate me. But Nnennaya Anya have tried me in so many ways. Nnennaya Anya have tested me in so many ways. And Nnennaya Anya have confirmed that I am whiter than white and whiter than snow. That is why Nnennaya Anya did not do all he wants. But when portfolio called for me to be going out and do my job, that is exactly when all this has happened. But I used to go and come. If I work finish, I come back and report to Mercy before I will go to where I used to sleep there. But Master Prophet went on his platform then and began to shout, "Hey, Osulego, what Osulego Kini?
from what he has just recently said, it is quite understandable that Kanunta Kanu had taken the step of blackmailing him, of blackmailing Mazi Okpaleze Chukwubikem, so that our people will not misquote the content of this video and the analysis and begin to play the game of sentiment and the nepotism. Kanunta Kanu had taken the step to blackmailing Mazi Okpaleze Chukwubikem. So this is a reprisal expose. It's a reprisal, and Kanunta Kanu goes against Okpaleze Chukwubikem with lies, but Okpaleze Chukwubikem goes against him with the truth. That is the difference. So I am not just taking side. I am a realist, and I am the leading man of IPOB investigation, because people, the majority of our broadcasters, they investigate and they follow the external enemies, but the internal enemies, the internal thieves, and all of the corrupt people, I am in charge. I am the commissioner to building IPOB. Why IPOB build Biafra? IPOB is building Biafra. Why I am building IPOB, and I cannot build in a false foundation. So the foundation must be very, very in perfect order before the erection of the external structure of the IPOB system. I am not talking about giving people position. I am talking about building principles and the standards of the moral standards of the IPOB. So this is what people never know. Because Africans have moral decay concerning management, because the majority of Africans are selfish. But the Biafra struggle and the coming of IPOB had helped us a lot to be realizing many things that have been going wrong in the lives of we the Africans, and we have promised to make differences. Yet a lot of us are worse than people we preach against right inside IPOB. And as you can see, Nnennaya Anya and the Kanunta Kanu are now on the frontline examples. They are among those who we are most respected. Even as I speak, most of IPOB members respect Kanunta Kanu even more than many members of the DOS. But look at the respected person, what he has been committing, the nuisance he has been committing. Okpaleze Chukwubikem is yet to expose most information. I know most of you have listened to this particular broadcast from Okpaleze Chukwubikem. You are listening to it once again, and those who have not listened to it for the first time are listening to it and also listening to my own analysis concerning it. So it is not that Okpaleze Chukwubikem has just decided to attack Kanunta Kanu. Rather, Kanunta Kanu stepped forward first to attacking him, blackmailing him by lying against him, trying to downplay him as if he never meant well to supporting the Biafra struggle. And as we hear him say, Okpaleze Chukwubikem, he cannot explain in the public how he and a few others escaped from the Nigerian military invasion in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house. And Kanunta Kanu just did it just to discredit him and discredit his work, believing he can manipulate to discourage him, while Kanunta Kanu will balance and continue to steal from IPOB. And it is because Mazi Okpaleze Chukwubikem had been a great blockade to Kanunta Kanu's manipulation and the stealing from IPOB. Let us keep listening to Mazi Okpaleze Chukwubikem.
You will be stealing from Biafrans, and I will prove it to you right now. Cut this particular program. Cut it. If Mazi come out and watch this program and become angry with me, I will give him reason why I am saying what I'm saying, because I also have a clip where Master Prophet was there castigating me, lying against me, saying that I thief, that there's no money, without any proof. But myself, I have proof to what I'm saying. Biafrans, take note of this. After Operation Benton Down,
So the day the Nigerian army invaded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's compound in Afarukwibe, Nnennaya, Abia State of Biafra land, that was on 14th of September 2017. So in the next 2 months, it will complete 5 years, and 5.8 million naira Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kept in the house. Kanunta Kanu went and stole the money. He went and stole the money. So who is a thief? Who is a thief? A thief is someone who take other people's or another person's belonging without the consent of the real owner. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never consented. The IPOB, as in general, never consented that Kanunta Kanu would take that money, and he took that money and still lie. He never confessed that he stole the money. And according to Mazi Nnennaya, he laid it as what had happened. That is, he alleged it against the Nigerian military that invaded the home, claiming that it was the Nigerian army that took the money while it was him, Kanunta Kanu. Because there is the possibility that after shooting, the Nigerian military will go, or they will pick whatever that they see, but they may never see everything in that house, because a huge amount of money like that, and because people come in every now and then into their homes, will not be kept carelessly, and Kanunta Kanu know exactly where the money was kept, and he went straight to pick out that money, because he uses that inversion as an excuse. And this is also to reveal more of his ungratefulness and more of his selfishness. He never cared about the 28 people. You know, we are told 28. It may be more than that. They never cared about the 28 people that died in the process of that invasion. He never cared about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who ran away as a result of that invasion. He never cared about the pains, the grievances, the damages, the humiliation we Biafrans as a whole have suffered as a result of that invasion, the intimidation, and the trauma their parents have suffered thereafter. Kanunta Kanu had the guts to steal that money, and even until today, he still makes it his own top secret. If not that we are hearing about it for the first time from Mazi Nnennaya. So, however, the matter will be judged between Kanunta Kanu, Nnennaya Anya, and Nnennaya. They are the cause of the whole problem, because they shouldn't have steal that money. And let me just leave the matter like that, because I would have also blamed Okpaleze for providing this information very late. But from my own understanding, he never just intended to come out with the information until something triggers it. And now Kanunta Kanu had triggered it, because he had come to attack Mazi Nnennaya and the rest of the media, IPOB media warriors, talking down on us, belittling us, showing no respect, while he is among the people, and the particular person as the leader of those destroying and sabotaging the Biafra struggle for their selfish interest.
I told that person, if Mazi asks for this money, tell him that Nigerian army took it. Yes, I've said it. And I still have more against you, Kanunta. Kanunta came to this struggle to be stealing for Biafrans. 8.5 million naira that Mazi kept. You collected that money The way for Yander. From the world, what's a profit zero, no, for piano, I'm coming there. You are not your dream and your destination of your dream. Kanunta Kanu, Kanunta Kanu. was Kanunta Kanu. Kanunta Kanu called. Hey, President. I saw the program you did last night. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to say? Who are the people that you want to mention their name that is in IPOB money? What are their names? Who are they? Make sure you don't mention my name, because if anybody mention my name for what I did not do, I will not forgive that person. I will even reach a that
Yes, saying what Kanunta is doing that are wrong. That's very nice. That is very nice. And Kanunta is sabotaging the Biafra struggle. From the day he entered the palace, returning from Germany, everything changed negatively, including the security system of that palace. And he left Germany and went back home with the intention to go and make money out of the Biafra struggle and not actually to restore Biafra. And he can even sell out the struggle to make money. And we are seeing all those things on display today. So now he is talking about people blaming him. I mean, Mazapale Zechkubikem, and some of them claiming that he is attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family members. No, this is not the issue. You know, this is what the autopiloters used for their campaign. Kanunta Kanu, Iwelo Boleke, Moruka Nelio Ofebu. Kanunta Kanu, where is Kanunta Kanu? Where is your brother? Where is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You know, she was shouting like a madman, and many people could never believe her even until now. Now this is a secondary and evidential expose. This is to say that Nelly Ofebu in some ways had been right regarding her expose since then, since they formed that Omada group, from where they formed the autopilot and the rest of the thing. But I am not trying to vindicate Nelly Ofebu. I'm not trying to vindicate Simon Ekpa. I'm not trying to vindicate the Edu apologists, neither the autopiloters, because I've been saying it time without number that what these people did was to come and hijack the criminalities going on in IPOB and taking advantage of the progressive criminality that should have been checked in IPOB, and the IPOB authorities, including most of the other principal officers, they never cared to check this criminality going on in IPOB. And in essence, some of them pick interest to become shareholders in the criminality, as we hear Mazapale Zechko became making mention of Ogbuefi in America. Ogbuefi had been working with Kanunta Kanu. Nnennaya Anya had been working with Kanunta Kanu. And as I speak, there are other coordinators working with these people that you do not know. I don't know the determination of the DOS concerning Nnennaya Anya, but I don't know. But if she remains in IPOB, there are coordinators working with her. There are coordinators working with her. And if she leaves, some other people, she will also be having connection with some of the IPOB members. And that is the reason, because she is interested and has been working with some of the IPOB coordinators even until now. That is the reason, no matter how people complain against criminality, they never investigate those people, because those people work with them and for them. So these people become their stooges right inside IPOB. The cabal system is what they have been running. So this is to tell you how far these people have gone. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being the greatest obstacle they had to progressing their criminality, then so all of a sudden, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sold out for extraordinary rendition. But what I cannot tell you categorically is the person or the people really responsible for selling him out. But according to this analysis, Mazapale Zechku became it's coming closer, and Kanunta Kanu is the greatest suspect, and Kanunta Kanu and Nnennaya Anya are the greatest suspects regarding those who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for extraordinary rendition. So this is to tell you about what I've been saying all this while. Had it been that all this information had been dished out long ago, and we handled it as such even before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily rendited, there are some of the things we should have prevented from happening against us, against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. and against the Biafra struggle. Most of the things that have been happening today between the main board of IPOB and the autopilot. So most of the things will not have happened, because I know quite well, because myself I have had some experiences regarding financial fraudulence and other criminalities going on in IPOB, for which I have made lots of videos. And I make it categorically clear that some of the hierarchy in IPOB are not interested to investigating those crimes and the criminals, because those who commit the criminal, the financial fraud, are still working with them. Most of them are shareholders. This is exactly what is playing out just right away. And it is for this reason Iken Gurago and him, Okpele said that speaking this truth may lead to even the IPOB authorities sanctioning them. That is to tell you that they are not interested to fighting the evil and the perpetrators of the evil. Rather, they are interested to fighting those exposing the evil and the evil perpetrators. And what should be the reason? Nothing more than because they have ulterior motive, and that ulterior motive is because they are aware and they are part of the beneficiaries of the financial fraud. This is exactly what is happening now. This expose has been done. I don't know exactly the fate of Nnennaya Anya, whether she has been expelled. I saw I saw a list of people who were just recently expelled from IPOB from on the 25th of June 2022, just last month. But the write-ups is not clear. It is not readable to me. That is the reason I won't bring it here until I have another post regarding that. When it should be readable, then I'll still use it to make a video. Emotion and the nepotism of our people is one of the things worrying us and sabotaging the Biafra struggle. No, that is Nnennaya Anya family. Do not talk about them, this and that. No, it is not like that. We shouldn't allow them to destroy the Biafra struggle. So the people doing such, they do it out of emotion, nepotism, sentiment. And these are the people contributing to sabotaging the Biafra struggle and delaying our move to regaining our freedom. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who. My people, whosoever that ventures against the Biafra struggle must be dealt with. It must be dealt. Why should we not talk about Nnennaya Anya family members? We must talk about them, either talking about them for good, or we talk about them for evil. So, should we allow them to sabotage the Biafra struggle? We all know that this is not just a family business. We know that they have offered us Nnennaya Anya, who had been the great leader of this movement, of whose shoe none of us can wear regarding the Biafra struggle. We know, we appreciate that, but that does not mean that we should allow them to sell the Biafra struggle, sell our destiny, sell our freedom, sell the destiny and freedom of our born and unborn generations. We won't allow them to do so, to be honest with you, and it doesn't worth it. What if Kanunta Kanu had just stayed on his throne, even without joining the Biafra struggle? The Biafra struggle will still move forward. If his siblings stepped out of the Biafra struggle will still move on. All we need, that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is on the lead. Then we support him. So we are not against them joining the struggle, but they should not join the struggle to destroy the struggle. If not joining the struggle to build up IPOB and progress the struggle, there is no need for that. So that sentiment, emotion, these are part of the things I want to analyze this particular video. This is what has been troubling our people. Until we defeat our own sentiments, our own nepotism, our own hypocrisy, we can never progress, because those who are sentimental, hypocritic, and nepotistic are the majority, and they try to discourage the few of us who stand on the path of integrity to be speaking the truth and be defending the truth. And it is only we acknowledging the truth for whatever it is that actually really we are the people who really mean well for Biafrans and those who are willing to restore the Biafra struggle. Without we accepting the truth for what it is and overcoming our sentiments, our nepotism, and our own hypocrisy, we can never progress in the Biafra struggle. So Kanunta Kanu, Nnennaya Anya, and the rest of them must be dealt with. But I am not in the position to determine how they should be punished. But they must be dealt with. But if not any other thing, I will even suggest, let them start by expulsion. Let the IPOB authority expel them. That is what I suggest. And that is what it should be. That is what it should be. Then if we keep quiet, even now we have known the truth. If we keep quiet, should we allow Nnennaya Anya to continue sabotaging the Biafra struggle because of his because of our financial interest? The same is applicable to Kanunta Kanu, applicable to Ogbuehi. These are the people whose names are mentioned. There are many other people working with them that are not mentioned. Even as I have said, there are coordinators working with these people that we never knew. So let us keep listening. More informations are yet to come.
With humility, love, and sincerity, I respect that man. May his soul rest in peace with the Lord. I never told me anything that I said no. Even when Mazi gave me the order that whoever wants to see him must go through my scrutiny. When you say abide to that instruction, when you say the father abide to that instruction, if somebody comes to see Mazi, the father will come to me and say, my son, go and check this man and bring them in. I will say, okay, sir, no problem. Sometimes you say, no, don't leave this person, I'm going with you. I will say, okay, sir, this is a father to me. And a king, for that matter. Who am I to stand before a king and query him? All this respect was given to the father, the late Israel Kanu, given to the family, given to the brother, who is our brother. But Kanunta Kanu, for you to come and be fighting chicken, say, I've waited for so long and I'm running out of patience. I thank God that the king opened the door. Because if I'm the one who first come out now, but they will say, hey, he's fighting them all, he's doing this, the king that says what he knows. Because the king wasn't in the palace. I am the man who was there. In case you are planning to wait for me, if Mazi come out, maybe I will come to the palace again. Sorry. You will not see me in that palace again. I'm not coming there. I will visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then I will go. But for now, I must expose the things I want to expose about you that I know about you, so that you can go and sit down. Or if
if Kanunta Kanu comes out to drag about this, Okwaleze Chukwubikem will come harder on him. That means even apart from this expose, there are other stuffs that Okwaleze Chukwubikem is still holding that he has not dished out. So what should be the content? Then how can that help us? How can we take advantage of it? Then is it wise that Okwaleze Chukwubikem should hold the rest of the stuffs before exposing them? Is that not delaying the progress of the struggle? What if after he exposes all of those things and the IPOB hierarchy pretend not to take it serious or pretend that it is not a matter to discuss about? What will that entail? That will entail that they are not concerned about it, or maybe they have their own interest about it, or they have their own criminality that will make them afraid of dealing with Kanunta Kanu, believing that if they go against him, even though he is wrong, he may also expose their own criminality. Can we reflect on these areas? Then, if the DOS should be bold to take the bold step to expelling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from IPOB at the moment until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, what should that entail also? It should also entail that perhaps the DOS have not been aware of this kind of information, and now they have been aware. They have been they will do the needful. They have done the needful regarding this particular incident, and we will be expecting them to be doing the same in other incidents, not against only Kanunta Kanu. All of the people who are involved into criminality in IPOB must be dealt with one by one, but with justice and equity.
We are fighting to preserve the structure and what I can. You are fighting the structure. What happened? When Kanunta Kanu and brother realized that I will not turn down, they now went to the one they call master prophets. The hungry idiots, the lazy gold, Kanu are seeing leading us in the front line. But order is always coming from the top. Master Prophet, your own is that you are the also you are the Burana. You are the family. They took you the rich. Everybody from over the rich ones about it. You know why you keep don't kill on me, don't kiss on me, don't kill on me, don't kiss me, don't kiss me before they are no princess. Princess, you know, you're going to come out and I have said it before, and I don't want to go there. Because Mercy gave you money. And Mercy is still giving you money until he was apprehended.
Parasites in IPOB. The parasite among us.
Because for so many months, I've kept quiet. I've not been mentioning your name. But you keep mentioning my name. I have all your videos where you're mentioning my name. To the extent that you even went and said that you killed 2 cows. That's the interview you go now. Because I was persuaded to make peace and apologize for insulting Nnennaya Anya. Not that the reason and the things I was saying about her was wrong. I said it, not complain, because on that my exposition, on that my apology, I say, anywhere I have insulted this woman, somebody should show me. Chikenga was the first person that brought it out and showed me. And I saluted him. I applauded him. Then what did I do? I have to do as I say because I'm a man of my word. I'm not going to. Some people see me as someone who is arrogant. Yes, I may be arrogant. Some people see me as someone who is stubborn. Yes, I'm very, very stubborn. But I am very obedient. And I'm obeying. I am very, very obedient. If you walk close to me, you will know that I am. One day, they will be kidding and with love. I am Gunachi. But once he is your case, someone will be sure that no, they is speaking. One day, go with Jaja. Master Prophet, I've been mentioning my name for a very long time, and I've been enduring it because I was instructed to free you, but you did not free me. And today, I want to touch things that Biafra should know about you. Biafra will know why I was suspended from IPOB official platform. That is what I have come to tell them. And to tell them who Kanunta Kanu is and what they are doing is structure. You people don't know. Master Prophet, your marriage to Martin and the Kanu sister is as a result of faith and favor. You want to get fame, you want to get favor from family. Master Prophet, when you married this girl, did you touch down? Did you come home? Or were you feeling like you couldn't home be after? Let me not go into some issues that Princess, the wife of this Master Prophet, will not see that this guy is entering into my private affair. I will respect you, particular platform. Once I'm ready for you for that program, I will put everything in line. And I have evidence. People that will come from all over the world to tell you how you have been taking money from people, giving people in this struggle. Fancy yourself. They're working one. They're working one my ass. In fact, they're working one my shit, not my ass, because my ass is very, very precious. You can see the very precious to compare with the government master profit. You can see the very, very precious. Everybody else I knew for nonsense. But not precious to me to compare. All the shit I know even the shit I know yourself can look at it. Because you know shit I know, everybody agree. When they agree, they do. Or what man you? Clean over there, over there, very. But come on, you are a nobody. You are a lazy bro. You are a little bro. You are just I don't if I use an infidel, if you qualify, you can go or yes. Master profit. If you destroy this, you destroy that, you do this. This is how you told Achaluko they are going to kill Achaluko. You kill Achaluko this. It's over 1 year. It's expired. Achaluko is sick. So because I came out, you say, I'm sorry to Nnennaya Anya for insulting her. But I am still maintaining that every information I push out in regards to not sending money was correct. When the metal shoe, the tracker, when you run the kaki, that's a problem. Man, you run. When the metal shoe can metal data, metal soldier can, then I walk with this one who soldier to win. That day, so wow, if I kill you, you know, only the one who is okay back. What you face. After 1 week, Abanasa, this is what you are listening. Tell the world what happened to you, what you are passing through. You put an go for this. This now, no matter you mobile. Naga you no. The maga who go no. The maga can go make a position in the mirror. Now, all those rubbish you tell no. If you know that immediately this man would have done a year, you're Master Prophet, talk about working, will release. Because when you're able, the reason why you are here is because of money that you're making from this struggle. The reason why you are here is because of the money. You are not working. Your job is to sit on your platform and begin to investigate and insult people. Send this program to the agent that knows watching will take account. Send it to him. Tell him about what. If I cannot, more when you show him the money they can. Maso bale se chuko bike ma go bia from Kembo. Ese we fe no wani be. If one is so ka zo bia. Maso so ja dey different. Kembo can go for this year. One go we have after 7 days. What did you feel in you? Tell them what happened to you. If they were not what you they were not for you. I'm going to get if you not if you were not. If we got to be on a follow, then they put on that. Well, that is then you can. She's not really the chief canal because they want to look at the fresh house. When I catch the fresh house, they got the skin over, they got the skin. They put the propaganda in the why. To my son, woman can't go to the I can't do a good uncle. Which more for? Now, I can't see what to catch up kissing one woman. Because I can't go there before continue. Because Master Prophet make it. I don't go here. I want you to listen to it.
Why?
The other day I told you about the money that Mazi has been giving to you. You shocked. You were very, very shocked. You got that. You can see my. Then instead of you to know that the one not here, go to you more. You will go there. You begin to call a job faster, bringing a job into the case. Therefore, I will tell you something about participating in job at this master profit and the Kanunta Kanu, what they are trying to do to this man. That is why sometimes you see their tweets and say the efforts pray for Mazi Chike this year. I go now and give them more. And if I need him from the beginning, where I'm going to say my ball. Yeah, from the beginning. Now that's what I need to go. When they went to the world, how to work once and for all. And the master prophet now, Kanunta Kanu, Nnennaya Anya, went by saying into the leadership that I was using the African TV to insult a principal officer that is against the rules. Is this, is that? Until they give the suspension. That suspension, when Mazi heard about it, Mazi said, bring him back. Oh my goodness. Oh, Mazi Nnennaya Anya. Bring that guy there. I know what that guy can do. I know his ability. I know his fighting spirit. And I was brought back. Then what happened? I was asked to keep quiet. This is why I came to apologize to IPOB leadership. I wanted to keep quiet, but that spirit of Biafra in me did not allow me. Now when spirit is not in them, I was supposed to respect the OS to keep quiet, to stop talking. Yes. But that spirit, that fighting spirit in me said, no, don't keep quiet. Because if you keep quiet in the nearest future, the reason why you're keeping quiet, it will escalate and it will cause something else. And that is what is happening now.
And that is exactly.
Somebody like Ikenga, they go to this topic of Nnennaya Anya, Kanunta Kanu, Caroline Namamuya, Adama Brown, Ethiopia, and he was ready to be sanctioned though. That comment alone shows me that he's a man. You know, they fear anybody. We say it the way it is, but you cannot say anything. People want to keep. Oh, yeah, we're going to go. One of we are going. Look at if you're not going to go. One after we're going to go. Open mouth, but you cannot talk. You cannot put down nonsense. That point, that church, I saw it on the platform of Ikenga yesterday. Yes, people have this way, but I not call. Because master prophets now.
This is one of the reasons we formed IPOB Truth Bearers. This is one of the reasons. And we have vindicated once again. We have served our memo to the public because we are transparent, we are accountable, we are running an accountable program. So because we have nothing to hide, we don't do fundraising, we don't extort money from Biafrans. Rather, we spend our own money to be doing the work. And that is the reason we stand out, so that we will not be afraid whether the DOS or anybody will sanction us or whosoever. We keep on speaking the truth. We hit the truth. We hit it hard on the truth, irrespective of whom the truth may offend and whom the truth may favor. But we ensure that the truth prevails. This is what all of the IPOB members should be doing. But we are not up to 5% speaking the truth the way it is. As Darlington has said, so many people will say, yes, we are going to say it the way it is. Then they will be as if they are going to say it the way it is. Actually, they end up saying that is beating around the bush, just running around the point that are expected that they should hit. They will never hit at that point. As a result of their sentiments, nepotism, hypocrisy. Someone from my side of community in Biafra land had asked me that in everything that I should try to ensure that Nnennaya Anya is protected. I told the person, no, that is not the game. If Nnennaya Anya is innocent, Nnennaya Anya will declare herself innocent, and she may declare it verbally, but with time, by her attitude, by her conduct, and by her activities, we will actually know whether she is innocent or not. But finally, we have now come to realize that really Nnennaya Anya has been embezzling funds. And I also reflect on if one of those first-hand expose, though she had no evidence about the financial embezzlement by Nnennaya Anya, she only returned to apologize to Nnennaya Anya and to the members of the DOS as a whole. And she was annoyed against me because I was supporting her for that expose, even using some of her videos to develop more facts. So she was annoyed with me because she expected me to go and apologize to the DOS. Even until today, I have not apologized to the DOS, and it has not interested me to apologize because I know certainly that things have been going wrong among the members of the DOS. And all of these allegations, we know when Umuada was battling against this issue, and Nnennaya Anya, Caroline Okorafo, Kanunta Kanu, we are being spotted out by this Umuada, and they demanded that Mazi Chikedozem and the rest of the Mazi Chinasa and the rest of the members of the DOS should investigate these people, or they should be suspended pending investigation. So, based on pending investigation, they never did anything like that. And it began to appear that Nnennaya Anya had overpowered even Mazi Chika Edoziem. So that is what had been happening, and Kanunta Kanu supporting them secretly. As soon as Nnennaya Anya was queried, Master Prophet was the first person to jump out to invite Nnennaya Anya to his platform and begin to interview her, and everything was just programmed to defend Nnennaya Anya and to be justifying her action and attacking those who had been exposing Nnennaya Anya. But finally, the truth has come out that even the Master Prophet himself is among those who have been partaking and sharing and benefiting from the financial fraud going on in IPOB. And these are the people progressing the internal sabotage of the Biafra struggle, and we will not keep quiet over it, because it is our collective freedom, it is our collective effort. We should not be building and be allowing others to be digging out and be excavating and destroying absolutely the construction we have spent a lot to be building. So every Biafrans, if actually we want our freedom for real, all of us must stand against this evil, this internal corruption, internal robbery, internal thievery. The thieves. Now, Nnennaya Anya, Master Prophet, Kanunta Kanu had been spotted out, being specifically identified as members of the thieves in IPOB. I am not missing word, and I didn't say it. It is not a slip of tongue. That is the topic, identifying the thieves and dealing with the thieves in IPOB. Anyone who should not support this progress, which have been made by Mazi Okpaleze Chukwubikem, is part and parcel of the problems we are having. So it doesn't matter, and the DOS are required to take up this responsibility to dealing with Nnennaya Anya, Kanunta Kanu, and the Master Prophet, all of the people who are involved into this criminality. Okpaleze Chukwubikem had not made mention of all of them. As I told you, this video from Okpaleze Chukwubikem is 3 hours 29 minutes, but I will play it. I will continue to narrate. I am now in almost 1 hour 30 minutes. Maybe I will play it to 1 hour 40 minutes. I will end the program, then to continue with it, to play the rest of it. So Other information are still contained in the second half, with which I will analyze from tomorrow. But let me play a little more. Let me play it like 10 minutes more before I will round up for today.
I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm afraid of Holy Spirit of Kabiama, the man that created heaven and earth, the man that counted the numbers of hair on my head, the man that hold my life. I'm afraid of him, not of human being. So the age of people are calling master prophets. The reason why, if you know they are Kusuna, they put it is because of ego ruling.
This is a repetition of what Okpaleze Chukwubikem had said last year when he began this expose against Nnennaya Anya and Mazo Fonha. Made mention, and it is not just that we have said it. So now, in this regarding this, the Umuada previously when they began, they have been vindicated. They said that they are aware that Chike Dozem is aware of Nnennaya Anya's embezzlement, that Mazi Chinasa Nworu is aware of Nnennaya Anya's embezzlement. Many people never believed it. And I can categorically tell you that there are among the women who never intended to open up their businesses. I mean their IPOB struggle businesses, manipulation, the way Simon Ekpa is doing. But because of the failure of the members of the DOS like Chinasa Nworu and Chike Dozem, who are superior to Nnennaya Anya regarding IPOB hierarchy, because of their failure to act, the issue continued to progress, and another 1 year has approached. Then that report began in August. Now we are in July, close to another 1 year that this report was given, and the more damages had been done. And if Nnennaya Anya was curtailed since ever then, there is the possibility that the setup against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for his extraordinary rendition wouldn't have been successful. So delay is dangerous. They have been delaying, and when the report was given to them, they keep on delaying. Okpaleze Chukwubikem now has just categorically said it again that they are aware of Nnennaya Anya's financial embezzlement in IPOB, and they are doing nothing about it. So they said they fell in that regard, they fell in that area. And this is what we have said, we the IPOB truth bearers, we have served our memo, and one of the reasons we placed in that memo that discourage us to not to work with the members of the DOS at the moment is because of their negligence over serious matters and their inefficient leadership, and they have turned to the Biafra struggle a laughable matter. So we are once again vindicated. So I just want to remind our people that we have been right all this while. Regarding this, we are right, and the DOS are wrong. You know, when we say the DOS, some people get annoyed. We say, no, we shouldn't be saying the DOS. We should be saying some people in the DOS. Who are the some people? Hence, the DOS as a whole, if they cannot come out to tell us this, Nnennaya Anya is embezzling IPOB fund, and for that reason, they demand that Nnennaya Anya should be suspended pending investigation. That is what was demanded from the Omada. I'm not trying to vindicate all of the actions of the Omada, but regarding this particular issue, they have been right. Now the truths are coming out. So these are the factors that I want to chip in into this information to keep elaborating it. From here, more information should be exposed. So Umada had been right all those while when Azuka was asking Rosemary and all of them, Nelly of Ebu shouting like a mad woman. So all of the shouting now are becoming effective. You know, while I was investigating, I stood neutral. I know the reason I stood neutral then. I never take side with anybody, and I don't want people to overwhelm me with their emotion and sentiment or with pressure and persuasion for me to take side to cover some people. One of the greatest problem we have is the coverage of effort, and we see all of the majority of the IPOB media warriors talking about, no, don't talk about the DOS, protect the structure. do this, do that. It is all about false protection of the structure. Even Okpaleze Chukwubikem was shouting that, no, we don't mean to be insulting them. All I mean is for us to do the needful. We cannot protect a corrupt structure and succeed. And it is in the process of protecting the corrupt structure that people like Simon Ekpa and the rest of the autopilot mafias now group themselves as, okay, because as I categorically tell you, if you go into their mind, what they are doing is, okay, since they have decided we should turn the Biafra struggle into business, let everybody begin to run the business and let everybody grab as much as he can grab until Nnennaya Anya comes out, or the Biafra struggle will eventually crash completely. That is what is running in the mind of the autopiloters and in the mind of the Edu apologists. But myself, I am the nation builder. I am the nation builder. Me and my truth bearers, we are the champions of the nation builders. The real nation builders are not those who hypocritically protect the DOS. No, I don't mean we should not protect the structure. I am protecting the structure from IPOB truth bearers. The reason I am protecting the Nnennaya Anya-led structure is because I still stand on the truth and I speak the truth. I don't care whether the DOS will sanction me or not. Even I have already sanctioned myself before anybody will sanction me. So that is the way it goes. If all of us begin to speak this way, and I will encourage Okpaleze Chukwubikem to come harder to bring more information. We are here. I have some hectic work that I'm doing that is not just specifically about the Biafra struggle, but I can suspend some other activities now to focus on this kind of information. As long as the informations continue to come, then I will come back full time to be broadcasting, and by the time we'll be done, even that is some people will just run away from IPOB on their own without being expelled, because we are going to pieces everything, turning the table down, turning the table upside down with the truth. That is what I know how to do best, and that is what I am doing. So for no reason should Nnennaya Anya be allowed to continue. And as we have said, Nnennaya Anya had become more powerful than Chikedozem, while Chikedozem and the Tinas Anworu are her superior. There was a time Nelly Ofebu was shouting that the IPOB DOS has turned to Nigerian DSS. So measuring it with what is happening now, Nelly Ofebu had been right all this while. I know that she has fallen away from the IPOB faith because of her selfish interest. And these are one of the reasons, because the DOS allowed the Biafra struggle to be run as people's personal business. So these people decided, okay, let everybody run it as a business. In the end, because as Simon Ekpa is now, no matter what Simon Ekpa does, even if Nnennaya Kanu comes out from captivity and hold him responsible, he will implicate many people. He will implicate many. We are just hearing about Nnennaya Anya. Then let us ask ourselves, why is it that Chinas Anworu and the Chikedozem are afraid to confront Nnennaya Anya? Does it mean they have their own secret manipulations that they are afraid of people exposing them? I mean, is it that they are afraid that if they expose Kanunta Kanu, because they are aware of all these things, if they expose Nnennaya Anya, maybe Nnennaya Anya will go on reprisal expose against them. If you expose me, if you talk my own evil, I will talk about your own evil. Then all of them will keep quiet. I have been saying this since past years. Now they are manifesting gradually. And this is to tell you that I have not come to Biafra struggle to blackmail anybody or to destroy the struggle, but I am here building the Biafra struggle via IPOB. But how many people are really interested to build with me? I am your serviceable servant, evangelist Nnennaya Anya, Nkenke Nyinachu Igwenye Oso, aka Nkenke Nyinachu Igwenye Oso. Awuche ndị nsọ. Small body no be sickness. Obere agụ na-eyi ọdụm egwu. Ojeziokwu emeri ọgụ na mba ụwa niile. Saga ndozi obodo. Ọ na-awụ na-agba saga obodo a na-adị mma. That is what I stand for. I am not against anybody for unreasonable reason, but I am against all of the evil perpetrators and the evil that they perpetrate. Let us keep listening to Mazi Okoleze Chukwubikem.
For the past 7 years.
For the past 7 years. No audio.
They want to run this finance as one-man business. Supported with Kanunta Kanu.
One woman's business with Kanunta Kanu.
Your master profit is getting money to feed and pay her his house rent. I want to never go to yes, so what help if I take it? I'll never go to they bought the cap for me, and I'm proud to say they have to take it. But Kanunta, now my master profit are directly and indirectly taken from the struggle. And at the same time, causing problem to the leadership. Please give me 1 minute. One can have a work and get. Can't you know the work on the way and get? You know the way struggle. You know the way struggle. Get the work. Just 1 minute, I'm coming. Now I want you to listen to me. Master Prophet is always defending Nnennaya Anya. Finance. Kanunta is always talking about finance. Master Prophet is not a member of IPOB. Master Prophet is not the Department of Finance. Master Prophet is not paying any time into the account of IPOB. And Kanunta Kanu, who is an IPOB member, whose brother is the leader of this movement, is always defending the finance. Why? It's a question that all of you should ask yourself. Why? Then me that saw it very, very early in the morning. I saw it and I started to fight it. I wanted to clear way, to pave way for THIEVES, to walk without much stress. All my fellow media warriors did not see it. All what they are saying is that it was a wrong timing. I saw it. You people should know that before Japan became this strong, before Japan economy became what it is, before Japan became one of the best countries in the world, that the economy is not even shaking.
I saw it when he was in it last year. I streamed at least about 2 videos then from his videos. I saw it and he knew about it. Even he used to attack me for cutting his videos to make videos. He used to attack me then for cutting his videos to make videos. But now he has begun to understand he doesn't attack me anymore. You know, people thought that the reason I use videos to make my videos is about using them or whatever to developing my platform. No, that is not the reason. They have come to understand, and that is what barely everybody do now. That is not what it is. It is about keeping the record of everything that I am saying. Just as I'm analyzing this, when I say something, you see it from the video, so that you won't begin to ask me where is the evidence of what I am doing. Because as at then, I even until now, I am being isolated by the according to IPOB order due to this kind of issues, because I have never supported their hypocrisy. Most of our fellow media warriors, we are against him for exposing Nnennaya Anya from last year, and that was as soon as Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily rendited. Many people turned against him. He was suspended for that by the IPOB hierarchy, and most especially Mazi Ofoma, and I think is the director of Radio Biafra, or the director of IPOB Media Warriors all over the world. So he suspended him for he suspended Okpala Ezechikwum for that, and that was in defense in favor of Nnennaya Anya, and that is where myself began to question why the suspension, why not them checkmating Nnennaya to know whether what Darlington has said is true or not. They never, even until today, they have never told us whether it is true or not. Rather, they came up and began to lie in favor of Nnennaya by trying to tell us that all the allegations against Nnennaya had been false and the lies all this while. But now it is repeating once again, and most of the social media warriors then are now keeping quiet. They are now keeping quiet, and it is as a result of their hypocrisy, their nepotism. Like somebody like a Biafra child, no matter what anybody says against the members of the DOS, I don't mean that Biafra child should go and begin to fight them unnecessarily. No, try to investigate whether what the person is saying are true or not. Then you say no matter, do not just say anything against the IPOB leadership. Just protect them. We must protect the structure. We must do this. I'm just using him as a classical example. That is how many, the majority of the, and most especially the so-called IPOB lightweight media warrior champions, the way they have organized themselves, I call themselves the lightweight IPOB lightweight media warrior broadcasters. All their broadcast is all about sentiment, hypocrisy, nepotism, to protecting the members of the DOS, or that is unreasonably, and they help them to keep sabotaging the Biafra struggle. As far as Nnennaya Anya is let go free with her criminalities, with her financial embezzlement, IPOB can in no way progress. And as a result, I can categorically tell you that the DOS are contributors. The DOS members are contributors to the hindrances of the Biafra struggle from IPOB. That is what I will have to tell you, and that is actually true. It is actually true. By their fruit we shall know them. We are talking about what they do, their actions and their inactions. Where they should take the action, they keep silence. Where they should not take action, they will begin to take action to weakening the Biafra struggle the more. So that is what we are talking about. The DOS must do something. As I said, I don't know exactly the condition of Nnennaya Anya in IPOB right away. I don't know if she has been suspended or not, or they are yet to suspend her, or they are yet to talk about this issue. But if they have suspended her, good. If they have not suspended her, they should do something about it. It is very, very important. Unless they are sure they are hiding something, they have their own skeleton in their cupboard, and that will make people begin to reflect on what Nnennaya Anya, what Nnedi Ofebu had been shouting about since, that even the DOS members are co-manipulators, that they are also embezzling their own money, and that is the reason they cannot hold Nnennaya Anya responsible. All those things, all those claims will begin to appear to be true, though we have no substantial evidences. But now this is coming from Mazi Okpala Ezechikwum, who is an eyewitness to all of the financial embezzlement, and he has let us know that for 7 years nobody has been auditing the IPOB fund in the possession of Nnennaya Anya. And this is exactly what Nelly Ofebu said, and being supported by the rest of the Umada, because as they were, they will be discussing among themselves why should we be passing many information. And the post Nelly Ofebu made concerning Nnennaya Anya, Kanunta Kanu and Caroline Okorafo, while her investigation was going on, are now vindicated to be true. Some the so-called IPOB lightweight media warriors try to debunk the post Nelly Ofebu made, the voice note she made that she posted that time. But what is happening now is has become a foundation of vindication to that post. As I speak, I'm not trying to justify all of Nelly's action, but this is one of the reasons Nelly has joined the IPOB, the Biafra agitation business. This is one of the reasons, including other reasons she previously had. So what they are doing now is including Owasofia, Faith Ogala Nsima, the frontline Idu apologists and the autopiloters. What they are doing now, let us just keep marketing the Biafra struggle and make as much money as we can make. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, then all of us will be held responsible. And from the Simon Ekpa exposés, we are seeing the exposés linking to some atom of truth regarding his expose toward Nnennaya Anya and some of the members of the DOS. Many other informations are yet to emerge. Many other information. And I told them for one ago that a time will come when they will, after hiding, one day something will happen and they will bring out such an information. We'll just hijack it from the social media and begin to talk about it. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. For one of the rest of them, they should forget about their hypocrisy, forget about their nepotism. Do not defend anybody who is corrupt in the Biafra struggle, whether Nnennaya Anya or Chikedozem or Chinasa Nworu or Zurumike or whomsoever. Nobody, no corrupt person should be protected. A single corrupt person protected in the Biafra struggle can damage, especially the officials, can damage all of the Biafra struggle, and we'll be running around the bush. What we should achieve in 2 years, it will be delayed to over 20 years. So that is what I'm afraid of. I don't hate anybody personally, but it is my mandate to build in IPOB, and why IPOB will be building Biafra.
They went into recession. Japan, I'm using Japan as an example. Go and read history and see it there. But with the Biafra, because of any natural disaster, because of earthquake, because of typhoon, because of landslide, these are the things that were shaking Japan. And what happened? Japan now began to learn how to manage this earthquake. But Japan now learn how to build a structure that even when the house shake, the house will fall. Japan now begin to put spring in their buildings. Do you know that in Japan, ask my friends that are in Japan, I have a friend, a very good brother that I love so much. Odechi. Google Odechi, look for Odechi on Facebook and ask him, how does Japanese build house? When the foundation had a good spring, those people building their city, the foundation has spring. If the land shake, the spring will shake and balance the house again. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu visited Japan, if you can remember, years ago, there was a day he was broadcasting. I don't know if it is in Tokyo or Nagasaki somewhere. At the time, I was finished, hey, this house show us evidence. Okay, I'm going to because they are from like an $10,000 every month. Now, I want to go to Kenya. Actually, it's Kenya. I personally spoke to Nnennaya Anya on 9th. Was it on 8th? Either 8th or 9th of that month that he was apprehended. I do not know where he is.
So, dear friends, we have had it. And from his last statement, he said the person whom Kanunta Kanu ordered to hand him over the money, the 8.5 million naira as of 2017, when Nnennaya Kanu's home was invaded. Nnennaya Kanu, Kanunta Kanu's home, the chief and is and the Lolo, Okwu Kanu, and the Meme Okwu Kanu. So all of them were there. Their home, their family home, was invaded on 14th of September 2019. So this is 5 years, and the person whom Kanunta Kanu instructed, the person who was guiding the money, Kanunta Kanu instructed the person and to hand him over the money, and the person did. The person is still alive, which means there is the possibility of Okpala Ezechukwu became organizing a program, inviting Kanunta Kanu and inviting the person who handed him over the money for confirmation. Though bribery may go on, Kanunta Kanu may manipulate and ask the person to speak in his favor. But however, the truth must surely come out. And this is to tell you that what I've been saying all this while, that it is the people I blame most, the people I blame most now in this case is the members of the DOS, most especially Mazi Chikedozem and the Mazi China Samoro. Kanunta Kanu had been attacking them, and Okpala Ezechukwu is complaining about it. But why have the DOS not dealt with Nnennaya Anya? Because when Nnennaya Anya is pulled away, Kanunta Kanu will be automatically weakened. It is because Nnennaya Anya is Kanunta Kanu's stronghold in the DOS. Then why? Let us not play the game of sentiment. Why we blame others for attacking the DOS? We also blame the DOS for being negligent, to be doing the needful. And I still ask, what should be their reason? Is it that they are just weak like that? Or maybe they are still covering us some secrets that make them not to deal with Nnennaya Anya since ever then. So let me just end the broadcast right away. Then tomorrow, I don't know the exact time because I don't have fixed time for my programs. But definitely by the grace of God, tomorrow I will come up with the second part. So may God bless you for listening. I remain your serviceable servant, Evangelist Imo, until I come your way once again. Bye for now.